Hello FlossTube! Stacy here, as always, and this is FlossTube episode 3 and 4 because episode 3, March, I kind of missed that one. I was doing something else and I'll show you here in just a second. And episode 4, April. So this is a 2-in-1. And I don't have a whole lot to show just because I've been busy doing other things for the meantime. First off, what I was busy doing in March was, and if you are on my YouTube subscriber list, then you know that I was doing a diamond painting from Dreamer Designs and did a little review on that for them. And this is what the end product was. There, it's a diamond painting. You can see it kind of shimmer. And if you're interested in that type of stuff and diamond paintings and all of that, then you can watch those other videos, and I'll also post a link up here. No. Whichever side, I mean, come on, whichever side it lands on. So I will also post a link for that. So if you're interested in seeing the review on that or the unboxing, there will be links for that. Otherwise, I did this cute little thing. They had an art workshop at church, and so this is a board, a piece of wood, and you could do a sun or a moon. So you painted the background, whatever you wanted to paint, as far as water and sky, and then you glue all these little shells to make your island. I'll get closer in on that. So you glue all the little shells, and your houses that you paint, those are also wood. You can kind of see the little houses. And then once all of that dries, you put your sand. There's sand right there to make the island. So you put sand in all the holes that had for the shells and stuff. And then I did glitter on the sun, and I did some confetti type glitter on the water that you can see. So that was a little art project I wanted to show you guys. Oh, and I also thought it was cute. I did some cotton for smoke. So on to stitching. What I wanted to do, if I can figure it out on YouTube, is to do a poll, and I will show you what I'm talking about. So I had gotten, hold on, let me find it in my notebook here. You guys know I keep a notebook of everything. I had gotten 3 Under the Sea patterns from Awesome Pattern Studio. I'll put a link for them below, Awesome Pattern Studio, so you can see all their stuff. They're on Etsy, and their patterns are pretty colorful. So here's a jellyfish, and a crab, that one's really cool, and a seahorse, I had done Awesome Pattern Studio for the Christmas presents that I showed on the other floss tubes at the beginning of the year. And these I got for myself. So the crab, the seahorse, and the jellyfish. And this is my question that I want to try to figure out how to do a poll for. Should I do all three of them together on one piece and dye the fabric blues, shades of blue, and do them all together? Because they're not too big. I mean, they're maybe, depending on, of course, the count of fabric that I use, they are maybe like as big as my hand, each one. So if I did all three together, I'd probably do two and then like one there. So that way there's three. And I would do it on blue, shades of blue in my fabric, because all three patterns have shades of blue. Or, this is the other option, I can do them all separate, and I can do different colors of fabric for each one, greens and blues and purples. So I can do maybe green fabric with blue splotches or something on a fabric, or I can do darker green, or I can do blue fabric with purple splotches, or purple fabric. So any shades between green, blue, purple, I can make all three of them different. So that's my question for you guys. Which should I do? Should I put them all three on one with blue fabric? Or should I put them all three separate with different colors of fabric on each? Y'all let me know what you think. And I'm not exactly sure how YouTube will set up a poll. I know I have the option to make a poll, so we'll see if I can get it to work, basically is what that ends up being. Okay, I did stitch some more on the Heaven and Earth designs, but not really enough to show in this video and take up your time. Because I don't like to drag on in these videos. But I did stitch quite a bit on, and you've seen this one before, the Oh Holy Night stocking. There's a picture of what it will be when it's all said and done. And the last time I showed this, I'll have to see if I can put a clip. Since the last time you saw this, I finished up the sheep, or the ram. I guess it's a sheep. And I did Mary's entire dress. So her wardrobe there, her robe. And the baby Jesus and her veil, I had already done. That's what I did first. And so that's my progress on there. The colors aren't as bright as I was hoping for. Even in the photo of the stocking, I feel like the colors aren't this muted. But I think that's okay with me. I do have another one of these that my sister started and didn't finish that has much brighter colors. So if I finish this, which I am going to finish it, if I finish this and the colors are still too muted for me and not as exciting as I would like, I might sell it and then just finish the one that my sister started and keep that one for myself. So that's what I'm thinking on that one. I do have just random projects going on right now that I just want to try to finish a couple. The other one that I worked on a lot was the Sunrise Laguna Mermaid by Nora Corbett. I finished the one that goes along with it, the Moonlight Laguna Mermaid. But this is my, the last time you saw the Sunrise Laguna Mermaid, I will show you here. And this is the progress that I have had. I did basically her body and the border over here on this side and the flowers and leaves. Her body, just like on the Moonlight Laguna Mermaid, I don't know if you can see that as well. I guess you can. I did 1/1. In other words, instead of making the stitches as large, I did them really small so that way I could blend better the colors on her skin. Doing 1/1 is a very tedious and long process because if you think about it, you're doing 4 stitches for every one that you would do on the regular graph. There's a closer. That's better since I stretched the material out. You can see it better now. So whenever I do a 1/1, I have to blow up, because here is the pattern. That's even smaller than what my fabric is. So I blow it up and I make a copy of it to be really big. So that way I can highlight the pieces that I've done, because I also count stitches and keep track of how long. Oh, I'll show you down here. So each color of highlighter, the purple is where I did 2 stitches. The green is where I did 1 stitch. The blue is where I did 3. And then the yellow is where I did 4 stitches. So you can see on the edge, like on her elbow and stuff, I have purple, green, blue. That's because I did a different number of stitches in those spaces. So that way, whenever I highlight them like that, I know exactly how many stitches I did, so I can put that on my stitch log. That's my progress on that one, and it seems to be almost perfect too, because the other mermaid that I did, the Moonlight Laguna Mermaid, I finished at the end of April, just in time for me to do Mania. This one will be the same. I will finish it right before Mania, so that way in my Mania video, I can show what I did for Mania as well as the finished mermaid. So that's fun, because last year I did the same thing. And last year I had the finish of the mermaid, and then I did 15 new starts. Some of those 15 I have finished since last year. Not many, I think maybe 2. So, because I've had other larger projects going on. So this year, I am going to do the same 15 as I did last year. And I will conduct the video the same way too. I'll show how many stitches I did each day and all of that. Some of them have been worked on but not finished. So on the 1st of May, I will start with the same project that I did on the 1st of May last year. And the 2 that I have finished, I'll just replace them with something else. That's my plans for Mania anyway. Maybe it'll go like planned, maybe it won't. You never know with this kind of stuff. And so I'll post my Mania video for 2019 after the 15th of May. And I am sorry that I didn't do a March video. I was just trying to finish up that diamond painting. Also, since I've seen you last, I had a birthday, 1 year older, and for my part of my birthday, went to Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg area of Tennessee. It was supposed to be, it was the coldest day in a 2-week span. So I was supposed to be going to Dollywood. That was my plan. And it was just too cold for outdoor activities. So instead, went to the aquarium that they have in Gatlinburg, as well as the Titanic Museum. Really cool place, the Titanic Museum. It's a lot of reading, but if you're interested in history or the Titanic movie, which I was obsessed with, it came out when I was in 9th grade, and I think I saw it 3 times in the theater, and was absolutely in love with Leonardo DiCaprio. Anyways, teenagers. So the Titanic Museum and the aquarium we went to, I wasn't allowed to have my phone in the Titanic Museum, but I took a lot of pictures of the aquarium, and I'll put those at the end of my video here. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, I put up pictures of things that are in progress that maybe I don't talk about on here, and I put up pictures of the artwork in each stage. So if you like that kind of stuff, give me a follow. My link is on the profile page of YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for ringing the little bell so you're notified of my videos coming up. And I will see you in May after Mania. Bye, FlossTube.